Hello and welcome to another video where you're going to learn another concept or a new YouTube channel, faceless YouTube channel concept on how to go viral on YouTube. And without further ado, let's get straight to it, shall we? Now, here, this is the title for this particular module of the course. And in this particular module, what you're about to learn is how to create AI ASMR content or AI ASMR videos. Okay. Now, I'll explain what I mean by that in a second. All right. And so, without further ado, let's jump straight to it. Now, here we have an example of a channel that we're going to implement in this case study, and it's Modern Life Studio. Now, they only have 49 videos, which is impressive since they have like 20,000 plus subscribers at this point and already more than 2 million views. Okay. Now, most of their videos are quite simple. Okay, so I'm gonna take their most popular ones. And actually, I like one thing I like about this channel is that even their latest videos, the videos that they've released lately, are still getting some traction. All right. And you can know, right, if you want to know whether a channel is in good health, you need to look at their most recent uploads. Do not look at their total views from past videos because, believe it or not, but nothing stays the same, right? So there are channels that had at one point in time like millions of views and engagement, but then things drop, things change, life changes, YouTube changes, algorithms change, and so the health of a channel can also change. There can be some time where you will have a bunch of views, and there are some other months where you're not going to get any views at all, and you're going to just sit there thinking that you were cursed by the algorithm or something. And so when you want to make a channel or when you want to get engaged into a channel, always look at the recent uploads. Now, the recent uploads like this one 2 weeks ago at 17,000, 1 month ago 21,000, 2 months ago 86,000. So that actually you can see a pattern right here building up that even if a video was released a couple of months ago, there is a possibility that it might jump to 70,000, 400,000. Now, if you go back to their first upload, this is their first upload. It got 60,000. They've only started uploading 6 months ago. And yeah, so they're doing well. After that, they're doing well. They have a bunch of videos that have gotten quite some views. And I would say probably if I were to roughly estimate how much money they potentially have earned, well, I'd probably say that they've probably earned maybe $5,000 at the most, and in the very least, I think they probably earned like a $3,000, and it's just mostly fun. Okay, and it's just one type of channel since you can build multiple. But now let's get into it. Let's get into it. All right. So I'm gonna put this video up. So this is one of their videos. Okay, and as you can see, they've done quite a phenomenal job here. And so what they do is, to put it simply, they create a lot of images and then they animate those images using tools. The one that we're going to use today is called Grok AI. And because it allows you to generate an unlimited number of videos using the Super Grok membership, and quite frankly, even under the free membership, you can generate, I think, like 20 videos or something. I'm not sure, but you can generate a bunch of videos for free using Grok. And another thing is that Grok is the least expensive amongst all the AI tools. Plus, it is pretty powerful. So it's capable of generating videos at exactly this quality, if not even better. But the most important thing that we're gonna have to focus on, this is a hack. This is a YouTube hack for this channel. This is a hack channel, right? Or call it an AI slop or whatever you'd like to call it. But what we're trying to do is that we're trying to give you as many ideas as possible, as many channels as possible, and then it's up to you to choose whatever it is that you want, whatever type of channel you'd like to build. This is a pretty good concept, and this guy is pretty successful at it. So now let's, without further ado, jump straight to it. Okay. So the tool I'd like to use is called Google Gemini. and I'd like to go using the pro version of Gemini and like to create an image. And now I'm gonna say, imagine New York in 2100. No, no, come on, 2156. Um, how would it look? Generate a realistic landscape size, and I'm gonna specify the exact same size, 16 by 9 inches, because 16 by 9 inches is the one. 16 by 9 inches is the size of this video. Okay, so usually YouTube videos, landscape videos, they're 16 by 9. Or if you want to boil it down to pixels, it's 1920 by 1080. 1920 in width, 1080 in height. All right. So I'm specifying the video, the image height and width, the size of the image. And then I'm just gonna say generate landscape size 16 by 9 inches image of how the city would look like. Would look like, and here it must look real and awesome. Also, the camera angle and lighting must be neon and perfect. It's night. Okay, so in which case, right now, I can just let it proceed. So as you can see, it's loading Nano Banana Pro. And in the meantime, I can go to Grok. I'm afraid I can't use Sora for this because it's too expensive for you. And besides, Grok does the trick. And Grok is going to allow you to do a lot of videos, because what you want to do, for example, this is a 2 minute 47 seconds. Okay, so if you want to create a 2 minute 47 seconds, how many images do you need to create? Well, you need at least about um, let me just do the math. Right, 10 images, 12. So you need about like 36 images in order to create like a 3 minute video. Okay, and for 36 images, you need like 36 generations. Uh, Under the plus plan of ChatGPT or OpenAI, they allow you access to Sora 2. You can generate 30 videos a day. But with Grok, you can generate an unlimited number of videos. You don't have a limit. If you have the Super Grok, if you have the normal version of Grok, I think it's this like Sora 2. Okay. And in the most part, it will not be, a pain. So Grok doesn't really have too many restrictions. So here we have this video, okay, or this image. If you wish to transform this image into like a video, all you need to do is to copy paste that into Grok, or you could just let it work on it. Now, in my case, I should like to customize the prompt, and all I'm really going to say is New York in 2056. All right. Now, this is just one image. So, one image is going to generate one scene. All right. Well, that's not bad. Okay. But you need more. You need more scenes. You need more scenes in order to create more images. All right. So, the next image, right now that Nano Banana has created a pretty cool image. Now, I'm going to say, now create a semi close up style realistic image of somewhere in the middle of the city from your imagination. Okay, like for example, like the cinema or the coffee shops, and people and vehicles, and so go ahead. Right, I'm just gonna let it cook, and in a sense, what I'm trying to do here must be clear. I'm just trying to get it going. And then after that, I'm just going to start to say generate a random video of somewhere in the city, or a random image of somewhere in the city where it looks like it's from the future. Okay. In the meantime, if you go to Grok, Grok has already generated the video. It has, okay, but I don't like the Grok sound. And besides, with these ASMR type videos that people want to watch before they go to sleep. That's the bottom line. With these videos, people watch these videos so that they can go to sleep. So they usually use them to help them sleep. And so it's a pretty nice idea to use a very soft music. Okay, very soft music, copyright free music that you can find online, that is really soft and has like this pretty cool feel about it, that can make people feel, it's that is soothing, and that is really um should I say calming, calms the nerves. Now here we have another one. This is another channel. Not surprisingly, but they seem to have like the exact same amount of subscribers at this point, like 22,000. Only that these guys they have worked much harder, so they have like 126 videos. And let me check their most popular one. So they're not even as successful as the other guys in terms of views. They've only got like 2 million. I'd probably think that, or like to think that the owner of this channel might actually just be the same owner of the other channel. Because, I mean, with YouTube, the thing is, once you get a channel and you learn the trick, for the most part, what I did personally in my career is whenever some type of channel works, I usually just double down on the exact channel. And if I want to work harder, I would create like a second channel that it posts similar content. I'll just do it a very, just subtly different, but I would stick to the concept that works because and it's really very hard for people to get into their brains is this. They just don't people don't just don't understand that it's so hard to find something that works, okay? It's super hard. Super hard. All right? And so once you find something that works, stick to it. Stick to it. Don't change it. Do not change it. You're just gonna regret it. Okay. And this is coming from experience. Right. I'm not gonna. I'm not gonna keep explaining. If you understand, you understand. Now, here is an interesting thing. If you want to add this to your arsenal of tools. So Sora 2 is basically the advanced Sora that generates crazy videos, right? How about this? How about if you don't want to use Sora for videos? How about if you want to use Sora but for images instead? So what you can do is you can switch to the old Sora, okay? And in the old Sora, you can generate as well. You can generate unlimited number of images, all right? And it's actually very realistic, okay? So I'm gonna go for images here, 3 by 2. And we're also gonna try the Sora 1, um, what they call it, text to video. But let's check this out. So here, let me try the same exact prompt that I used in Nano Banana, and I'm gonna try that one in Sora. Okay, that one. Now, another thing here, Gemini has already generated a video of the coffee shop or an image of the coffee shop. I keep saying video. I'm sorry. So if I want to turn this into a video, easy, copy back here. Now, by the way, if you want to download your video, first of all, upscale it. Always a good practice to upscale your video to an HD quality. And then once that is upscaled, you can just go ahead and download it. It's going to be HD. HD is much better, believe me. So if I click on the download button, it will download this. And if you wish to like have an X account where you just want to start publishing this stuff right away on X, you can just click on compose post, in which case it's going to allow you to post this immediately on your Twitter, assuming that your Twitter is already connected. So, or X. Okay, so let me open this. I'm just gonna reduce the sound, but this is fair enough. It's pretty good. All right, not so bad. Okay, perfect. So this you could use it as like the introductory video, and then after that you could just start creating more and more and more, as many as you like, as many as you like. Okay. Now, one thing about Grok is that when you paste an image, it will automatically generate a video for you because the auto generate is enabled on upload. If you can disable it, it won't do the auto generate. You'll have to customize the prompt or hit submit so that you can make a video. Another thing here, it's a proper and very important distinction to make. Now, here, notice this. This channel has how many views? Well, 2 million. 2,100,000. Okay. Okay. Now, I said for the previous channel that they might have earned anywhere between 2,000 or actually 3,000 and 5,000, okay? Assuming that they have either $1 or 1.5, 1.2, $1.3 for every 1,000 views, or maximum they would get like a $2 per view or 1.9 or something like that. The reason why I went with a low CPM for the other channel, CPM is cost per mile, is how much YouTube is going to pay you per 1,000 views. The reason why I went for a low wage is simply because the other channel has videos of very, very low size. Most of their videos are not even above 4 minutes. Okay. So most of the videos like 1 minute, 2 minutes, 3 minutes, 1 minute, 2 minute, 3 minutes. A rule of thumb with YouTube, if you want to get high pay, then you need to make sure that your videos are above 8 minutes. And let me explain why. Because if the video is above 8 minutes, then YouTube can play an advertisement at the beginning of the video, and they can also play an advertisement at the 4 or 5 minute or even the 6 minute mark, which allows them access to play like two advertisements per video. Now, with longer videos, like videos that are 1 hour, in 1 hour videos, you get paid significantly more. So if you get paid like $4 for an 8 minute video, for a 1 hour video, you can expect to get like 15, $16, even more sometimes. And the reason is because YouTube looks at how many ads they can play in that video. That's that's why podcasts are earning the way they're earning that much money. Some podcasts can even average like $30 per 1,000 views, $40 for 1,000 views, even more. And so you can imagine that with a podcast with like 1 million views, those guys might earn like 30K, 40K in every podcast episode. Okay. And so this guy for example, this is a 1 hour video, 171,000. This video, because it's 1 hour, they could have easily taken home like a $2,000. Okay. And so when I said don't focus on the focus on the concept, and this is very important distinction, is that 2 million views can be either like $20,000 or it can be $2,000, depending on the size of your videos, depending on how smart you are. So this guy with a 2 million, he might have as well just earned like 10 times more than the other channel. Okay. So views are, I'm sorry, views are not everything. Okay. Views are not everything. You have to be very strategic about views. Now, in other words, let me just go back here. You can see that Grok, it already generated our other video. I didn't really need to do much, right? Besides just enter the image. And you get to choose which one you like. And of course, you get to go ahead and upscale the video, download it. And you can just create as many videos, as many short videos as possible. Now, right here, notice that I'm going to go to Sora, the old version. And this is Sora's version of things. To be quite honest, I don't like it. Okay. So I'm not really gonna use it. But let me show you one thing here. Okay, let's see. Let's say that you want to generate like a video this time, direct text to video. Now I can use either Grok or Sora. I'm going to show you the difference in between the two. So imagine New York in 2156. How would it look? Generate a realistic landscape size video instead of image. I'm just gonna change this to video. All right, of how the city would look like, da da da. Also the camera angle, da da da. And I'll copy this prompt, and then I will just let it work on this. Now, my bad, I didn't select 16 by 9. I also didn't select the highest quality, but besides, I'm just trying to get it to work. Okay, and I could have went with like a 20-second video for this low quality. If you go for a higher quality, like 720p, the max that you can generate is 5 seconds. Right, and you can only do like 2 videos. Now, with Grok, if you wish to generate a video directly with Grok, here's the trick. You can just click on the video here, choose video, and you can choose the aspect ratio, which is 16 by 9, fits very well. And then you can just do this. Now, here's another more interesting thing that you need to know with Grok is the extending of videos, extension. I'll show you this trick as well. And after this, I'll just wrap up, okay? Because I think that this would be enough for this particular tutorial, right? You just need to get the hack. Those that would understand, they would understand. They just go ahead and start implementing it right away. And I'd honestly recommend that you take these methods that I'm teaching you because I'm not playing, okay? I'm just being very honest. You can either jump on this wave and just go ahead and make a brand for yourself, or you can just disbelieve in what I'm saying, disbelieve in what I'm saying, and ridicule me or take what I'm teaching you for granted. Which is, to be honest with you, it's for me, it's either ways. Because I believe that everybody should have their own opinion about anything and anybody, and and I a very long time ago accepted the fact that you cannot please everybody. But if I was you and you were looking for some business ideas, this might be one of them, especially if you are a passionate about AI and cityscapes and future cities and so on and so forth and whatnot. Now, I would add one thing here. I mostly think that the images created by this guy are created using Midjourney. Now, Midjourney, well, I think that you might already know what Midjourney is, but Midjourney is another software in and by itself. So you're gonna have to pay extra. You're gonna have to pay for it, but you don't have to. You don't have to if you don't want to. Now, this is a video that I generated. All right, it's kind of horrible, but it just goes to show you what happens when you generate like a video of directly using AI. Or actually Sora 2, Sora 1, the old version of Sora. Now let's check out Grok. If it doesn't provide a pretty cool video, I could make the switch. But you can see that this in and of itself is already amazing. Okay, it's already amazing. Now, how about this? I'm going to remove that prompt from there, and I'll show you that you can extend this video unlimited. You can turn this into like a 2-minute video, but it's going to take some time and steps. Step number one, download this video first. Okay. Once you've downloaded this video, you have the first frame. Now, the second frame, I would pause this video right here and I would move the cursor at the very end. And then I would copy this video frame and I'll go to imagine and I'll paste the frame like so. And after I paste that frame, I would click on make video. In which case, the last frame of the first video is going to be the start frame of our second video, which is going to allow us to create first frame, second frame, third frame, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, and so on and so forth without having to go through that process of creating images, image to video, image to video. Instead, you can take people through like a story or through like a journey through the city. And if we attach all this together at the end, which I'm gonna do, I'm gonna create like 10. Like I'm gonna do 10. I could do 10. Now here you can see I've moved to the end of this frame. I'm gonna download this at HD. All right. And then once I downloaded my frame, now I can pause this. I don't need to hear the sound. Sucks anyways. And I'm gonna move this to the end of the frame, to the very end. And I should like to copy this video frame again and start. If I just let it generate an automatic, it's already doing so. So I'll just let it do it on automatic. And this shall, and I said I'm gonna do 10 frames. Okay, so I'm gonna do 10 frames. I'm gonna stick to that, which I said. All right, so this one is already cooked. I'm gonna go and upscale video. Now it created this. This is like the third frame. All right. I don't think I did. I download it. No, I didn't. Let me hit the download button, and then from here I'll move to the very end of the video. That will be my fourth frame, and so on and so forth. I'll copy paste this as a frame right here. In which case, now only thing that is required is for Grok to generate the auto video for this, and so on and so forth. And you can take people, like I said, through a journey. All right, so for the rest of the frames, I'm actually gonna go radio silent, and I'm gonna do them on auto. Should I say on automatic or um, while I'm silent? I'm gonna speak. You can watch me doing this. I'm not gonna speak. I'm just gonna fast forward, right, and create the rest. If you want to get unstuck of this camera angle, you could just write like a prompt. In this case, I wrote "move down, show the city," because I'm afraid that it's going to continue to show us like that billboard. So I want the camera to shift the angle and move down, and kind of keep exploring the city. All right, just so that we can get rid of that thing of And here, instead of the city, I'm gonna say the futuristic because this is like futuristic, very advanced 2050 or 2153 New York City. I'm gonna do it again. This is a very crucial frame, all right? Just so that we can make that shift because we got stuck into this billboard. Whenever you get into this like bottleneck, I call them bottlenecks. You can just try to switch or try to basically just uh, do something like this. All right, so it kind of moved. At least it didn't move down, but it moved. Now I'm gonna say something like cars are flying in the air. I'm gonna introduce the advanced cars. Advanced cars are flying in the air. Now here it's set to fun for some. I'm gonna set it to fun. Come on. Where did my prompt go? All right, I finally got unstuck of this bottleneck, and I could hit the upscale video, move to the very end of the video. So this will be my new frame, and right, I could download this right now, and as I said, I can move to the very end of this video, make that, uh, copy the video frame, and then go to Imagine, and basically paste this right now at Imagine. If I want to, maybe maybe just avoid that old fashioned stuff. I could just write something to customize this, but I'm gonna let it do its trick with the auto generate. All right. All right, so this will be the last frame. After that, I can show you how you can combine all the frames into one video. I mean, I could have just stopped the video the moment I showed you most of the techniques, but as I said, I'm gonna push until I show you everything that you need to see. That's just some extra stuff. All right. Okay, so I think I have 9 scenes right now. The only thing that's left is one, which is this one. All right, perfect. This is your cityscape. Okay, so let me just go ahead and download this one. And I'm just gonna go to my downloads right here. One thing, I'm gonna create a folder, call it Future New York City. And then I'd like to copy paste all of the videos into that file. And the reason is because it's gonna allow me to sort them by date modified. And right now, if you open a CapCut project, you can just add them in like a sequence. And remember that the longer the video, the better it is. Get more views, but you will not get enough. You'll not get the same amount of pay someone with a 1 minute, 1 hour video would make. You'll be too far. It will be too low compared to how much someone with a 1 hour video. And, sort them by extra large icons. I'd like to take it slow with CapCut because CapCut can be quite interestingly painful because it can get very slow at times and it can lag. But once you've organized your videos into that type of in that way, from the first downloaded to the last, here you have all the videos, and you can right click to extract the audio from them if you don't wish to use that that Grok audio. And now with the videos, you can apply an auto adjust. Some pretty interesting filters for you here that you can try to explore, like neon filters, for example, like futuristic style, right? For example, if I search future, I think I should find like some futuristic ones. This one is cool, but let me try the Hollywood filter instead. And with the Hollywood filter, if you apply this, ruined the video, to be honest. I'm going to remove the Hollywood filter. I'm going to leave it at this, and you don't need to add any particular transitions in between the scenes because these scenes are like a sequence. Let's play this. So that's why we generated like multiple of them and close to 6 second scenes. So you can see that it's kind of looking like somebody has a camera and they're going through the city. I would like these types of videos more than I would like a video that shows different things. I would rather like something like this that walks me through the city like this. We have some flying cars, and then it gets crazy from here. We no longer see the flying cars. We only see like the waves and so on and so forth. It's like Wi-Fi wave. But I like it. I like this. I like this concept. All right, that's pretty interesting. Now, if you want something different, like something different, I'd like to elaborate on this. You can go to Grok and try to imagine something. All right, let me just go to Google. I'm doing here futuristic city. There's plenty of stuff to go here. Futuristic city car. Should like to maybe take an example. Now, there are some free images that you can utilize, but I like this one because it's a car and it's flying in the sky. So I'd like to take this and go to Gemini, and I'd like to put the image attached. I'm going to say generate a close-up realistic image of a more advanced flying vehicle in a neon city at night. And then, if you want to as well, you can take this prompt, you can go to Grok, and instead of generating a video, you can generate an image first. Pretty interesting. Um, so, and whichever one of them you think is better, you take. Now here it seems like I could create a lot of images, but not like that. All right, well, why is it flying car? Why are you not capable of doing it? You know, sometimes you just don't understand or you can't understand how stupid AI tools can get. Now, Grok has already provided me like some really crazy looking images here that I think I can rely on. Like this one, for example. Now, you can make a video out of this just by default, right? It's still blabbering about I cannot create this type of image. Well, I don't care because we already have like our image. And then again, as I said, if you want to keep exploring like the city with this vehicle, you could just have Grok generate the first video, then take the last frame of that first video, use it as the start frame of the second video, and then use the end frame of the second video as the start frame for the third video, and so on and so forth. And you can make it into like a loop. I know. Notice this. Notice how interesting this is. So this is going to be like if this is the first frame, now you can just move to the end frame. You can copy that video frame, of course, after you've downloaded this. First, you need to upscale it at HD, but I don't have time for that, so I'm just going to download it. And then here, if you want, you could go and take that frame, the same frame, and you can paste it right there, and it will go ahead and start generating a video, which is going to be like your second frame for the first frame, and it's going to be like a continuous non-ending loop of exploring a futuristic city with this particularly interesting incredible drone, and you could just continue expanding. Like if you want to make a video, I would say it should not be less than 8 minutes. I think you could easily like do an 8 minute video with this strategy. As you can see, it's still exploring the city. It's pretty nice, right? And it's ASMR content. Now, as far as music, you can go to Google ASMR futuristic music Pixabay, and then you can search for some Pixabay music right there. There's plenty of it. Like for instance, this one right here, and you could apply that for all I care. You could apply it to like the video itself, or if you want, you can create your own music, like with Suno AI. If you don't want music with lyrics, you can. You know, Suno AI can create music with lyrics or no lyrics. And the important thing about it is that with the $10 monthly plan, you have the commercial license. So you don't have to bother about YouTube from 6 months from now copyrighting your video or giving a copyright strike to your video, which it does. You know, sometimes YouTube, even for videos that are over a year, 2 years, they go back and they just tell you, oh, this video has a copyright issue after 2 years from the moment it was posted. So, but when you create your own music, you don't have to deal with copyright. But that's it for this video. Wishing you the best as always. I'll leave it at that. Passive Income Gen Z signing.